Sometimes you want to add an effect that doesn't drastically change your bass tone, but does a little something to spice up your tone, and in my opinion, in this case, you need a modulation pedal, such as a chorus, a phaser, or a flanger. Let's start with the most popular out of the group, which is the chorus. Not a huge fan, to be honest, but for the sake of science, let's hear it anyways. Our bass player for today is once again René Flexenhaar, and this is actually a fantastic pedal. It's the Boss CE2W, which stands for Wasserkraft chorus. In this first sound, we kind of had it on an extreme setting that you get an idea what the chorus sounds like and what it does, but of course it can also be more subtle, so let's hear that. This is an Electro Harmonix small clone, old vintage version, but the new ones sound basically almost the same. However, not necessarily a great bass pedal, but as you just heard, you can make it work, and we did that with a parallel effects loop, so only a part of your bass is chorus sized. But now let's move on to flangers. Flangers are kind of similar to chorus pedals, but they are crossed choruses with a tidal wave or something like that. But of course, again, you can also use it way more subtle. This is the FL301 flanger from Maxon, my favorite flanger for bass. They're not expensive, so if you ever want to get a flanger, I highly recommend to look for one of those. It just works amazing for bass. Many consider this one to be the best bass flanger, the ADA flanger. It's super wild, it sounds really good, but honestly, I kind of prefer this one. It's simple, it sounds amazing, and it does all the things you need. With flangers, you need to be a little bit careful. They don't always work perfectly for bass, and there's a lot of filtering and movement within your sound going on, so be careful with those. Don't overdo it unless you have this one. Just overdo it, it still sounds great. So, and here's what I actually love to do with flangers. Now comes the part why there actually is this video, phasers. I'm such a huge phaser guy, I love phasers. I love phasers as much as envelope filters, and if you follow this channel you know what it means. I'm kinda obsessed. Let's check some out. Phasers are just amazing, not as intrusive as a flanger, not as cheesy as a chorus, it's just in the middle and where it just works for me. And they're funky as hell. This is, by the way, an MXR Phase 90, the so-called script logo version. I love this pedal. It's super smooth, it's juicy, it still sounds big, but it's not destroying your bass. I think this works very well. I love this. And I guess this video could be over now, because you heard the chorus, a phaser, a flanger, you got an impression. You can pick your favorite one or ignore them altogether. Whatever's your way, I don't know. But why stop here? I have a lot of phaser pedals, so let's just hear some more. This is the Boss PH1. These can get a little bit pricey, but there are also cheaper versions like the PH3. The phaser itself doesn't sound as good, but it has step filter sounds, which is of course always a lot of fun. I'm not entirely sure what this video here even is, what the purpose of this is. We just, René and myself, we met in summer here, spent a couple of days in the studio, recorded a lot of pedals, and I have all this all these modulation clips left, tons of them, much more than you get to see in this video. So I made this video obviously as you're watching right now, but I will also release a lot of single clips, but just not on this channel because this channel has an upload schedule and we make long proper videos. So I started another channel just already a while, years ago actually, which I never use for anything, just for a bunch of clips, and that's what I will use it for now. So if you're interested in see more content from us, just not full videos, just little snippets from videos, stuff that will most likely not appear on this channel here, just go there. I will link it in the video description. And now to bring whatever this is to an end, here's another one of my favorites, the Electro Harmonix Small Stone.